Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I do apologize I wasn't live on Thursday, but I am so grateful that I did cancel my live. We didn't get home till about 6:30, so it would have been cutting it close, and then my husband decides that he is going to pass out, and it wasn't a lovely evening. It was a very long and no sleep of a night. So I'm really grateful I canceled it, even though I didn't want to, but he definitely needed me. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me and waiting till today to do another live. So hopefully you had a good day. I had a couple doctor's appointments and then I didn't really get much crafting done. I did do tonight's Facebook Live. I did that last night. I did stay up until midnight. Well, it was actually later than midnight. I stayed up till about 1:30 Arizona time to do all of the retreat orders for the free shipping. So almost all of them are done. I have a couple more left I have to do, but other than that, that's pretty much what I did all day today. Doctor's appointments and placing orders. I am definitely going to go in and go to sleep because I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I mean, it's fortunate, but unfortunate. So after the live, I'm going to go in, shower, and head to bed because I'm a little sleepy. Anyway, so today's project is so fun and so cute. I have two grandsons. I don't know if you guys know that. One is 2.5, and the other one is 7 weeks. I think he's seven, almost 8 weeks now. And the Racing By stamp set, when I saw it in the catalog, I knew it was going to be in my collection because of my grandsons. The oldest grandson actually loves to come out into my craft room and he likes to get tattoos. He calls them tattoos, where I just ink up the images and stamp them all over his body. And it's kind of cute because he lifts up his shirt as soon as he comes out here because he knows I'm going to stamp him all over his belly too. So I can't wait to start stamping this one on him as well. Good evening, Jennifer. Welcome. Yes, it was definitely nice to meet you. So that is the card we're going to be playing with tonight. And you can make it masculine or feminine. So I'm going to show you both ways to do that. Okay, let's point you over and we will get started. I just want to make sure we are live on Facebook, which we should be. Yep, there we are. Okay, so here is the stamp set in the catalog. It's on page 86 and 87, and it gives you like the two-step stamping directions on page 86. And then on page 87, it shows you the stamp set itself. And I honestly don't think it's just for kids. Like you can really use this for any occasion. I think it's phenomenal. Congratulations. My niece graduated 8th grade yesterday, and I wish I had made this earlier because I would have given her this card for her graduation. But that's okay. I could probably still send her the card as an extra card. So let's bring in the stamp set. There is no die to it, so you will have to fussy cut. I already fussy cut the car out prior to going live. I just figured it would go a little bit faster and then we can make all three cards. So that's the stamp set I used. Here is the designer series paper. This was a carryover, which they don't very often carry over designer series paper from each catalog, but it's bright and beautiful. And it is actually very bright and very beautiful. Like the name of it speaks for itself. So that's the one side. And then the other side is a little bit more kind of softer tones. So it's definitely a fun set. Scooch this over to the side. Good evening, Mary and Heather and Carol. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. So here is the cute little card we're going to be doing. You could do any of the sentiments. I did Way to Go. I might do a different one. There's a You Got This and Racing By to say happy birthday. So we might play with something different. But this is the more feminine version of it. I did the car pink. And I don't know if you can see, but I did put some Wink Stella on the flames and the wheels and the little helmet in there. I don't know if the Facebook Live is going to show it, but it is very cute. Yes, I am so happy they carried over the designer series papers too. Okay, let's go over your measurements. So we have our thick basic white. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4.25. So we're just going to fold this. Grab your bone folder, give it a good crease. Just push that to the side because we're not going to use it quite yet. I have it. This is a Pretty Peacock. It is 4 by 5.25. The designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 5. And if you cut your designer series paper at 3 3/4 first, it is going to give you this extra piece and it fits perfectly on your envelope. So make sure when you're cutting your designer series paper, you cut it at 3 3/4 inch first, and that's going to give you that 2 1/4 inch strip. And it is by 5. So we're just going to layer these guys. Oh, I forgot one more piece. This is a piece of basic white, and it is 1.5 by 3 3/4. So we can start by gluing these two pieces together. And the stamp set, sorry, there's a little thing in my glue that it's not going to come out. The stamp set, I think, is technically designed to, and it might be empty. Let's just move on. Oh, look, we get to open a new one. Good thing I had a new one over here. Usually I have to go get it. This stamp set is designed to use the car and the helmet together, but I did something a little bit different with mine. So I glued those pieces together, and here is our 1.5 by 3 3/4 piece. We're gonna stamp the car, but first what I wanna do is I'm gonna put the car in the center, kind of towards the bottom. I wanna bring in the Pretty Peacock and the little helmet guy. So I will give you a couple little tips using this set. So inside the little helmet, there is a piece for the lens. If you push too hard on your ink pad, you will get ink on that and it'll transfer to your piece of paper. So you definitely just want to gently tap. You do not want to go super hard on your ink pad. And I'm going to kind of hover this over, and then I'm going to pull the car out. I don't know why it is sticking. And that is where I'm going to position the little helmets. So it's going to look like the helmet is inside the car versus sitting on top of the car. I did that purposely. And we might use that again, so I'm going to leave that open. So I'm going to push that over and we can start playing with the car. Yes, I am a grandma. I have 2 grandsons. Okay, so here is the outer version of the car, and this is the same way. So these little flames on the inside, they're not very deep. So when you're stamping, you want to just gently put this on your ink pad. I don't know if all of them are like that. Mine definitely is. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to line this up, and hopefully I can get it lined up without having to pull it too close to me. Oh, that actually worked out pretty good. So that is Lost Lagoon. And I want to bring in my memento. And I want to do the wheels. So I was going to stamp inside. Perfect. And you guys are probably going to laugh when I say this, but I can honestly tell you I am probably not the only one that does this. I seriously cannot find my Lost Lagoon blender pens. So I am just going to squeeze and we're going to cross our fingers to make sure this works. I'm going to bring in my water painter and I'm going to paint the wheels. On my other couple cards, I did use our blender pens, which worked perfectly, but I can't find this blender pen and it's driving me crazy. Oh, actually, I didn't want Lost Lagoon. I wanted Pretty Peacock. I was right in the beginning. I'm just going to squeeze this so I get some on my lid. And I even cleaned my craft room just to triple check and make sure it wasn't somewhere on my table. This is going to work, but it's just the blender pens do work better. So I'm going to color in the inside of the spokes, I think they're called. If they're not, that's what we're going to call them today. And I'm just barely putting any on, and that's why I am going in and re-inking it every time, just because it's this tiny little smidgen of a spot and I don't want to get too much. So just gently put this on. It's hard to talk and color and concentrate all at the same time. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is, we don't want any white walls. So I'm going to come in and color the white walls in the Pretty Peacock too. So we have Lost Lagoon for the body, and we have Pretty Peacock for the wheels. Sorry, I see messages coming through, and I will look in a second. I don't want to accidentally color the wrong side of my wheels. Okay, this one's almost done. And if you have your blender pen, oh my goodness, I am such a goofball. I'm a hot mess. I'm using Pretty Peacock, not Lost Lagoon. I stamped him in Lost Lagoon. It's okay. We'll make this work. Now it's just going to kind of look like it's black. But I swear the other ones are right. I told you I'm exhausted. My brain is not functioning on all cylinders right now. Okay, I'm going to leave the center alone, and I'm just going to color in the white walls. There we go. See how easy that was using the right blender pens? Okay, now I'm going to come in, flip him over, put some dimensionals on. Hello, Darlene. Welcome. And I am going to put one more right at the bottom. I don't think we need it, but it's okay. It's your cards. You can use as many as you want. So now I'm going to position the car right above the helmet. Oops. There we go. Grab my stamp that says "Way to Go." And I think I'm going to do this one in Lost Lagoon. Go ahead and ink up, and I'm just going to come up here and stamp it right at the top. There we go. And now all we have to do is put our card together. See how easy this card is to do? You have a smidgen of coloring. And I think the designer series paper literally does all the work for you. And bring in your Wink of Stella. And we're just going to come in and color the flames. I know it's hard to see the Wink of Stella on camera, but it definitely adds the little extra. And I want to come up here and do his helmet. Everything needs to have glitter on it. Come over here, do the back. And let's glue this one down. And voila. There we go. Look how fun and cute. Okay, so this card was Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. I love these two colors together. And I just pulled out colors that were in the designer series paper. So that's how I came up with these color combinations. It wasn't anything on my end. Yes, we do, Jessica. And I already did the matching envelope. So now you have a card ready to go. Okay, let's do another one. This one is going to be Blueberry Bushel and Balmy Blue. And again, I just picked the colors that were in the cardstock. or designer series paper. And I think I've used all of this paper, so now I need to venture into some of the other sheets. And this is Pretty Peak or Blueberry Bushel background also. There's that. Fold our card base. Let's glue this together and then we will work on putting our card together. Okay, there we go. So let's bring this in. I already stamped the helmet in Blueberry Bushel. I stamped the car in Balmy Blue, and you can definitely tell the difference of coloring in using your blender pins, and this is Blueberry Bushel as well. So kind of fun, super different, and as long as you're putting a smile on somebody's face when you're sending them this card, that's all that matters. I'm going to come in and position this so it looks like the guy or girl is sitting inside the car. Can you guys kind of see what I'm talking about? So the stamp set is designed to, here's the car, and then here is the little helmet that you just stamp right on top. So that's what it's intended for, but this is another way to use the same sets. This one, I think I am going to do the stamping on the inside. We're going to grab the happy birthday. Let me take the wheel off of that. And let's do it in Blueberry Bushel. I would recommend stamping the inside of your card before you glue it all together. In case you make a mistake, you can turn it inside out and still use the card base. But let's cross your finger. Everybody hold their breath to make sure I don't make a mistake. There we go. It's always a little nerve-wracking stamping the inside after your card's already put together. Okay, let's put some adhesive on the back. There we go. And I actually might have some gems beside me. I do. We could put a few little gems on this one. And it'll kind of perk it up a little bit. Putting diamonds on anything perks me up. There you go. So there's that one. Yes, all safe and secure in the cart, Laura. You are absolutely correct. Okay, last color we're going to do. That is really hard to see on camera, I'm sure. It is Lemon Lolly and Azure Afternoon. So I love blues and yellows together, even wearing blues and yellows together. I love it. So I love these two color combinations. And it's the color in the designer series paper. Okay, let's push these over. Let's stamp on the outside, and we're going to use Azure Afternoon. Let's fold the card base. Oh, and I did forget, I do have the envelope for the card we just made. Let's stamp the inside before we glue it. And I will show you what I'm talking about if you guys make a mistake. So Racing By to say happy birthday. So we're going to stamp this right in the center, and it looks good. But let's just say you didn't stamp and you got a halo on it or something. This is totally magic. Okay, you have your card base. This kind of got messed up. You're going to fold it backwards, and now you can put your front pieces on the front of it and still have the inside to do another sentiment. Kind of clever, right? So if you, before you glue it together, you make a mistake, just flip it the other direction and you can still use it. Or don't even worry about the halo and still send the card. That's what I would do. Do you know how many cards I've made upside down in my life? A lot. And I still send them because we all do it. Okay, gonna glue these two pieces. As soon as we get this one together, I will bring all of the cards in and I will show you guys what they all look like together. So this is the lemon lolly. Isn't that so cute? Oh, I love it. I actually just might send these to my grandsons just for giggles because I think they're so cute. Carson, the 7-week-old, I don't think I'm going to be able to give him many tattoos for a while. I think his mama might get a little irritated at me, but Lucas, he's all about stamping all over his body. Next time he comes over and I do it, I'll post a picture because it is actually really cute. Okay, so there's that. And I am going to add some gems because I can. And I want to. There we go. That is how fun, cute, and simple these cards are. Okay, so here's this one. That's the one we just put together. This is Lemon Lolly and is your afternoon. This one is Balmy Blue and Blueberry Bushel. This one is Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. And this one is, oh my gosh, it's the new pinks. Berry Burst and not the Pretty in Pink. Bubble Bath. Woohoo! I got it. I didn't bring those inks over here because I had already done this card, but which one is your favorite? I think they are all super cute and so fun to create. Today is free shipping on any orders over $75, so you can definitely add the Racing By to your kit. It doesn't have to be just for kids. You can definitely send these to adults as well. So thank you, Jessica. So anyway, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will definitely be here on Thursday. There is nothing else scheduled, knock on wood. We should probably knock on something so I don't jinx myself. But I will see you guys on Thursday for another live, and hopefully I can get that box made to put all of those note cards we did last Tuesday. So cross your fingers, I can get stuff done and accomplished. Anyways, don't forget, today is the last day for free shipping. You have until 11 p.m. Arizona time to get free shipping on all orders over $75. Have a great night, and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.